So I might just go through the Chrome side as well, because I was showing you Firefox. Yeah.
So the first question is the task clear?
And it's all right to say no.
Yeah, if it is not clear, we will go through it again.
Yeah.
You know, that just to make sure that you are actually understanding what to do.
So what I got that I would like to explain, this is the inaccessible text.
Right.
Okay?
Yes.
So we have to make it accessible, whether low vision or another one is,
Yeah.
for us is low vision. For us
Yeah.
is low vision.
Yeah.
Yeah. And these are do and the don'ts.
Yeah.
So we adhere to the do's only.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what I
Actually, that is the core of it. Yeah, that is the core of it. So, well, here, for example, let's say that when we are creating course materials, many times we are using HTML files, for example. Let's say that providing HTML files, and this is actually, in general, thinking it of, let's say, creating accessible documents. You know that any document. Now, whenever we are creating any document, it could be the Word document or whatever it is.
PowerPoint.
Yeah,
PDF.
PowerPoint, PDF, anything.
Yeah.
Okay? So the whole point is that it should be accessible. Now, let's say that this example, because we are trying to showcase that how Moodle can be used. This is an online web page in that particular sense, okay? And this web page is inaccessible. How can we make it accessible? That is the task, okay? Now, of course, Nick had shown that for viewing the materials, there are different browsers that we use, right? And for different browsers, there are different plugins that can tell you where what is going wrong. Where are the places you need to make changes to make them accessible? For example, Nick had shown first the web and the other tool for the Firefox. But there are other tools also available for Chrome, for example, which is a very popular browser, right? Many of the people do use Chrome. So now Nick is going to show that what are the plugins that are readily available in Chrome. You do not need to go anywhere. You just need to download that plugin and enable it in Chrome.
Should we ask as well, is that everybody, do most people here use Firefox and Chrome, or is somebody else using another browser? Chrome, everybody? Anybody using anything else but Chrome apart from Nick? Just the high computer scientist.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. So we'll go through Chrome once now. Yeah.
So the first one here is Lighthouse. This is the Google plugin. So this is had better be good, and it is reasonably good. So we just.
It is called Lighthouse. Okay, so it is a validator that has been released by Google. Okay, therefore it is inherently available in the Chrome's plugin center.
And if you have a look here, it gets an 84% accessibility score, which is surprisingly high for me. Search engine optimization is pretty low. I don't care about search engine optimization by myself, but if we have a look down here, accessibility, we have the language element is not available. We have manual checks, which an automated tool cannot check. Best practices, character set, browsers logged into the console. That's
alt text, though.
It doesn't that I can see.
That's a really good point. Nick's just saying that this accessibility browser, this accessibility checker for Chrome, Lighthouse, hasn't picked up, I think, an obvious accessibility issue. So the accessibility checkers, the plugins, will help you, but not necessarily identify all issues. So you as a practitioner yourself can just not solely rely on the plugin. The plugin helps you to identify some issues, but your own expertise and looking at all the guidelines might add something on top as well. Don't just rely on the accessibility checker. That's a great point.
So then
Absolutely, yeah.
the Site Improve, which is this one, and this has done an immediate check, and here the first thing is image missing, text alternative, so we're finding that. Page language has not been identified, and page is missing headings. So I think those are quite obvious from this and pertinent. And then this one, which I like best, I think, of all of them, Silktide, which produces this little thing in the side here. Oh, this has got a number of things down the side which you can have a look at. So the accessibility checker itself goes along analysing, and it will give us a score at the end. So it's saying skip to contents missing, missing headers, missing table headers, missing alt text, missing a page language. If we go back, it's got a colour contrast thing. Colour contrast is good. It's got alt text. There, that's where the alt text is missing. Screen reader. Now this is a nice little thing. It has a screen reader built in. So I can press that and it would be reading it out, but I'm not connected to the volume here. So it's not actually reading it out for me. It will read it out for you when you download it. And we go through focus order. There's very little focus, points of focus. Landmarks, again, no real landmarks in the page. So this is looking at headings. That's one. No headings at all in the page. So somebody who is coming to this without much vision, they're not going to know where they are in the page. They're not going to know the navigation that's available to them. Now, I would just say, this is my exercise was kind of expecting you to be able to use HTML and modify the HTML. I think that may be not in everyone's skill set. So I would suggest if you're not going to, or if you're uncomfortable in modifying the HTML, then just create a document saying this is wrong and this is how I would fix it, and upload that instead. Because I think that keeps things fair and even.
Now let me ask this question, okay? That who is not comfortable with HTML? HTML, basic HTML. You know that well. There are the tags to be used in HTML, okay?
Perhaps we get all the groups to, if you change the HTML with the accessibility affordances, but also write a little synoptic document.
Yeah.
Because you'll be
So
presenting
if you are not comfortable with HTML, what you can do is you can actually copy this into a Word document and see that how that Word document can be made accessible. Okay? Because probably you have seen that in the Word, when you go to Microsoft Word, you'll see the different headers and then other things. So when you put an image, it will ask you to put an alternative text, and all these accessibility are actually somehow built in within the functionalities of the Microsoft Word or any Word document, Word, let's say software, editing software that you use.
Or
Okay?
you can comment as well, make comments
Yeah.
on each part of the document and just say, these are things I would change.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so if you are not comfortable with HTML, the thing is, well, if you are comfortable with HTML, please try modifying the HTML, okay, the source code of the HTML, and then see that, well, how it comes out. But if you are not comfortable with HTML, please do copy this and paste it in a Word document and try to make the Word document accessible.
Yeah. So, That's a lot of information to begin with, but just to recap, we've assigned the tables. You've all registered on the site. After coffee, you'll come back, but it's going to be coffee first, no worries. After coffee, you'll come back. You'll download the inaccessible course content. If you're on Chrome, you'll use one of the nice Chrome accessibility checkers. Find out what the issues are. Look at the guidelines specific to the persona you've been assigned, and make a much better version of that course material. Now you can either do it directly into the HTML, or you can just write documents and write some notes about it as well. I think you could use a combination of the two, about what you've done or what other improvements you might make. You might also talk about, well, I talked about in the persona that the person, the wheelchair user, had problems with cancelled appointments. You might make some notes about how campuses could be changed, how accommodation could be changed as well. Fuller considerations about how you'd accommodate that student. We'll do that before lunch, then have lunch, and then after lunch we're going to do some feedback from all the tables as well. And with your permission, we're going to film all that feedback, because what we want to do is make a nice short course about the experience of you as staff using the toolkit to make affordances for a range of people with impairments, and how you felt about how the toolkit can be used, how it can be improved or extended in the future, so that we become a living community of practitioners who are accessibility experts and practitioners. But for that, first, coffee first. Thank you.
Okay, so
the full content, or you can go gradually one after another. It's entirely your choice, but we would love to hear from you in any form.
And it's very relaxed and very informal.
Yeah, so just feel free, because now it's,
reflections.
when we are thinking about the co-design, like this is some stage, like we want to listen from you so that we can go further with your inputs, and these are extremely important for us. Okay, because we don't want to just prepare something and make it useless, but we want to make it something useful. Okay?
Okay, everybody.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Nusrat Jahan. Our group work for the low vision, and the group members here are Risala Tasin Khan ma'am, MD Obadur Rahman, me Nusrat Jahan, MD Nasiruddin sir, Atiya Afroz ma'am, and Tahsin Kabir sir. He is not present now. He is in prayer maybe. So we have some reflection on the work we do actually. The first one is attempted to make content visually attractive for better focus during study. When we read the document, we feel that if it is more content visually, like there is a do, don't, when we go to the color side or style side, there there should be some options that we should do this, we should not do this. So this is one of the problem we found. Ambiguous guidelines provided for font color uses. When we go to the color uses portion, there is some instruction that we should do like this combination. But if we can visualize these things, it will be better for us. And lack of proper use case for using accessibility tools. We feel that we don't have proper use case. Like if I find that these people have this color blind issue, so we can think about it, but we can't properly think about it how these people can work. So that is another issue. We found that if we have some use case, then we can. Of course.
Okay, Actually, when we are searching that which is more visible, we don't have any idea about the disabled student, something like that. So we are facing that problem. That we don't have any idea what are more suitable for disabled students. So if there was any option that these are more applicable or more appropriate for disabled students, we don't have any idea. So that was our problem. Okay, thank you. Please.
There is another problem, lack of defined formatting standards for text styling, and how this text should be represented for the colorblind people. We don't find any proper guideline from this document. Maybe it's a lack of our understanding. So we pointed this out, and the main point we found that if we have some do option and don't option, then we can understand that this should be done by us and this should not be done by us. So that's our reflection. If you have some query, or if you have some suggestion, or if you have some reflections towards our slide, then please feel free to talk.
Yes, what we want to say is that, first of all, when we started this task, we were actually not, we were very confused what to do. So it would be very good or better if you first show us for the HTML documents and then how that can be changed, because many of us do not come from the computer science background. Okay, and if the objective of the work was for preparing some materials for disabled people, so we should consider all the faculties from this different fields, subjects. So many of us might be, it might be possible that many of us doesn't even do not even hear or learn about the HTML, do not even for the first time they even heard the word HTML. So it would be very good. So you can first show us a demonstration that this is HTML, and here we are doing some changes, and that reflection is doing on the web pages. So it could be helpful for all, first thing. And second, there should be specific guidelines. I mean, there should be, like, for color, we should use these colors. This is the code for the colors, and this is the code for the text. So that it could be easy for naive people to implement. For example, I stopped doing code on HTML 4 years ago. Okay, so what I did, I just asked the Copilot, and the Copilot was suggesting me, this is the color code, this is what you have to do, and all these things. So I think if you take feedback from us and do your presentation as the feedback coming from all of us, then it could actually help in future. Okay.
Super. Thank you.
Thank you, this group, for excellent presentation and their shortcomings as well. But what we have prepared is different thing, because reflection, you asked us to comment on toolkit,
Okay,
so we have prepared accordingly.
Super. So, please wait here 1 second. So, we weren't really definitive on how we want feedback. All feedback is welcome, it's incredibly useful. The toolkit is a huge set of resources, and really it's hard to, some of the things that you said you wanted actually are in the toolkit, but it's hard to navigate. So we try to, you talked about use cases, which we use a lot in computer science. I was trying to use personas to navigate the toolkit, but it's your first experience of doing that. All the feedback that you've said, we'll go away and analyze. This is the first time we've tried to run this as an exercise. Of course, there's going to be some challenges and shortcomings, but your feedback is incredibly useful, and we'll analyze it. And I know groups will take this exercise in different ways, but thank you for all of your feedback. Who would like to go next?
Also low vision.
It's the dream team.
Low vision.
Low vision, dream team. Let me get loaded up from this side of this land.
That one.
Okay, from our group, Professor Sai will present.
Okay. So, low vision, please go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is our team consists of Dr. Mohammad Shamim Kaisar, Dr. Bodul Alam Mia, Dr. Mohammad Saifullah, myself, Shanto Shakir Yasin. They are from AIUB, Dr. Mohammad Liaquat Ali, Dr. Mohammad Saiful Islam, Dr. Mohammad Jarez Mia, and Mr. Pottasha. So this team is a combination of AIUB, Jahangirnagar University, BUET, and Maulana Bhashan University of Science and Technology. So we actually worked on the low vision problem, and we have prepared our feedback on the toolkit or the guidelines we have used. So first one, the question was how useful the toolkit was, right? So in our group, when we were doing the design for this low vision problem, so we find that the toolkit, the guidelines and the exercise setup was very useful to us. We found the specific guidelines there, and we have some, we got some instructions listed in the toolkit. So we have followed that instruction and designed the problem based on the guideline we got. And there is one question or one question that asked us like what feedback we can give for the betterment of the toolkit. So what we have found that the guidelines are provided there are all text. So we need to go through this text and we need to design the problem by ourselves. We need to code the HTML and we need to read like this font should be like this one, this border should be like that one. But we suggest that if there is any sort of automation tool that can be integrated to this toolkit, we just upload the resources there. The toolkit will suggest us like this is violating the guidelines, so you can check these guidelines. But here currently we are using many third-party toolkits like Wave or the Lighthouse, etc. to validate our materials by ourselves. But it will be great if there is any sort of toolkit that can actually integrate this one. We just put our content there. It will give us feedback based on this content, like you can do this, or there are this sort of problems is inside this one, so we can get it from the single platform, right? From the this toolkit, and the toolkit and with the guidelines, what it actually gave us today. So the change we have conceptualized from this toolkit by using today, like we have a different perception now. We get a different perception on designing the universal learning, right? So we are now aware of inclusive learning material development. So before it was most of us it was unheard, or we are unaware. But this exercise and this toolkit actually gave us the perception, the concept, how actually we can perceive the unified course design or unified text design, so that now we actually can think about the students with different needs. So we also need to take care of them, or we can actually just modify our existing context to be adapted with the people with different needs. So this is the gain, or this is the thing we have learned from today's exercise. And the benefit is a two-way benefit we are getting from here. Like we can improve ourselves, and if we can get ourselves improved, our students will be benefited from us. So this is the thing. I think this toolkit is a greater help for our domain. We can actually design. We have some guidelines, and this will help actually teachers. And if the teachers are getting benefited, the students are also going to be benefited. Thank you the team, and thank you all the instructors and the resource persons to get us introduced to this toolkit. Thank you again.
Any questions for the team?
Well, I can if I can show you like where
Can I
is
just say
the
one
web browser.
thing? Can I just respectfully ask that people remain silent when teams are presenting, because we want to
Can
film
we have
and
one
use it
thing?
for a short course. So I'd be grateful if we could do that, please.
So finally, we came up with this design based on the guidelines provided and the exercise. This is our final output we have designed today. So we have a beautiful headlines and different sections with different colors for this one. So this is the index or context. So we have different color there with links, and these are some sections with different materials. And finally, we have a large button.
So if there is any visual impairment, they can actually click this one. So from this guideline, according to the guideline, we have tried to design this one today.
Super, amazing. So I've got two questions myself. Did you run this back through Lighthouse?
Yes,
And
this is
what was-
100%.
100%.
Accessibility is 100%.
Thank you, bow gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
The second thing, you talked about automating some of the guidelines for text. One thing about that is if we automate it, well, people then perhaps don't have an understanding of why you're making some of the changes. But I do see an automation tool like that very useful. I know you have many talented students at WET, so perhaps we could suggest this as a range of student projects to come up with some automation tools.
So I would like to mention another thing. In our diversity project, we developed one tool called SCORM, actually, by which we can check the accessibility.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this time it is not working.
Okay.
For some reason.
It's
Otherwise,
moving to another side.
Still, since it was not working, it is good because we learn from the scratch.
Exactly.
This is another advantage.
I think that's right. We did have a tool we developed in our project, a SCORM Accessibility Validator.
Yeah.
The team who developed that in a European country actually were migrating it to another site. That made us look at all the open source tools on different browsers for different platforms. And that creates a real understanding that you have a lot of open source accessibility validation tools to use. And really what we want to do is reflect on the process. If you're designing a Word document, PDF, a Microsoft presentation, or a Moodle course content, it's the same process by which making adjustments and affordances for people with disabilities or visual or sensory or physical impairments, and then running it through an open source validation tool to check and understand the improvements that you've made. So that's great reflection. We will be uploading all of these materials onto a short course. So amazing work. Thank you very much.
Can I add something, please? With David's feedback. The SCORM was not functioning. That gave us a new challenge to learn even differently. Okay, so now we are open because we were not thinking about any dependency like platform, tools, or anything. So this is universal design. Okay, now you had a good opportunity to explore the way you want. We gave you the HTML file, but interestingly, many of us doesn't work with HTML. That's all right. Still, we had the option to go with the Word, PowerPoint presentation, PDF, whatever you like. All right. And now we can see that yes, on the fly, we used a new toolkit, made the presentation, and validated that. That's a big success we can see. Okay. So Nick just check the accessibility score. Hey, can you show the accessibility score?
Hello.
Nearly.
But you know what
So-
it is? When we actually validate, it gives us 100% result.
It depends which checker you use. There are lots of different checkers. So I
We
like
use the
this.
Lighthouse.
I like this one. But yes, Lighthouse.
Problem with next checker.
Let me just close that. Lighthouse and let's use that one.
Scores on the doors.
Just one HTML page. There.
I know where it is.
Yeah.
So see,
Accessibility 100%.
Accessibility
Yes.
100%, performance 98%,
Okay.
because we loaded the full size image on the fly. So
Okay.
it should be JIT, but the resource limit.
but
very
still,
stable.
it's quite an impressive
Yes.
score that we can see. Okay, see,
in
as Professor Saifullah was saying that we earlier had a lower understanding about the universal designing, and now within the short time we are seeing the score even close to the perfection 100%. 90% is quite a significant improvement.
Super.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your contributions. Thank you. Who wants to go next? So I think we have 3 teams left. So the two